This is the face of a cold-blooded killer.
Multiple drive-by shootings. 7 people were killed. Premeditated mass murder.
Where 2 teenagers were found dead.
Were shot execution style.
4 bodies have been found.
Currently in the U.S., 31 out of the 50 states have the death penalty. Some believe that the death penalty should not be enforced because we should not take away someone's life just because we have the ability to. Others believe that the death penalty gives justice in certain cases. There are 2 propositions regarding the death penalty on the November ballot in California. Proposition 62 would end the death penalty and, in its place, enforce the convicted with a life sentence without the chance of parole. Proposition 66 would aim to speed up the executions by limiting the number of appeals and deadlines on court rulings. Our problem to solve was to bring these issues to light and get people to discuss the proposals and vote. Since 1979, there have been over 1,400 executions in the United States. Since 1973, 150 people in the U.S. have been released from the death penalty with evidence of their innocence. We decided to focus on mothers ages 18 and older who are registered to vote. We found that they were the most empathetic to both sides of the issue and could facilitate social dialogue amongst their friends and family.
I believe they should keep it. I know there's situations in which it needs to be enforced.
If it were me or someone in my family, I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with a jury or the court system or anything deciding their fate. There are people who are guilty who did terrible things. I don't think that it's worth it to lose innocent lives.
I believe in the death penalty in extreme cases. I was only a sophomore in high school. My first brother was killed, so it didn't really register as much when my second brother was killed. I think if you're in that moment, it's going to change whatever you believed for the rest of your life. Are you asking me as a mom, a Catholic, or in general? I would be there for my children. That I would know.
To reach these mothers, we placed baby photos on the ground in public places where they were likely to interact with them. On the back of the photos are handwritten birth and death dates, followed by a link to a microsite.
My first reaction would be they're really trying to humanize the killer, make it more relatable. Like, he was just a kid, like he was somebody's child, like someone loved him. Because of this advertisement, I've been leaning towards more towards getting rid of the death penalty, but that's just based off of my feelings after looking at these pages.
You see it, you kind of feel bad because someone lost a picture of their kid. It's a heavy vote to cast. Is someone's life like good or bad?
Facts about the death penalty and the explanation of Propositions 62 and 66 can also be found on the microsite. When someone scrolls over the top of a photo, the image will then indicate if the child was a victim or murderer. Viewers then have a chance to click on the pictures and read the stories of these children. They can also scroll back and forth through the images to read more stories. The microsite also allows the mothers to forward the image to their friends and post on social media. This guerrilla marketing campaign will bring the issue of the death penalty to mothers' attention in California, making them feel empathetic about the victims and murderers. This will cause them to form an opinion on the issue and discuss it with others, making them more likely to vote on the issue on November 8th.